his car restorations. Bird in the middle of the road. It's not focusing. That's my neighbour.
Oh,
Are you going right?
Yeah, I'm just making sure she's looking after the house.
Now today, the young fella and I are heading up to Brisbane to look at a sweet old school 1963 model British car.
About a 3-hour drive.
2.5, 3 hour drive.
Right, depending on traffic, 3.5.
I'm not going to give too much away at this stage, so you'll have to keep watching. But yeah, you probably see by now the thumbnail anyways if we get the car or not. I'm at this point feeling about, I mean, if it looks as good as it does in the photos, I'm feeling like it's probably about a 90% chance we'll get the car. We're confident enough of getting a trailer, so, well, I am anyways. And yeah, stay tuned. Coming up past Byron. Don't know if you can see it or not, but there's an island directly in front of us. Heading through the massive long tunnel through Brisbane City. This thing goes for ages.
Goes under the river.
Goes all the way under the river. Which is, you know, quite a very wide, long river. I didn't videotape from the start of the tunnel, I forgot, but yeah, it goes for ages. It's not real scenic, but it's an experience. Thank God we don't have earthquakes in Australia. I'd be freaking out about now. I wonder if we can pop a line up through the roof and catch some fish. Be different fishing experience, wouldn't it? Anyways, I think you get the idea. The tunnel goes forever. What do you say?
Maybe a couple hundred metres down there.
Yeah.
We'll be going down on the sea level and out there.
It just goes down and down and down and down. Eventually goes back up again. I can see it starting to go up now. All part of the cruising experience to Brisbane from my place. Righto. Seems to be rolling on all four wheels. Not a spot of rust in her. Well, we did it. I actually feel like a real YouTuber too now. I've put a car on my trailer with a forklift. I don't know if you can see out the back window, but we've got a car following us. It'll follow us all the way home, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
So yes, we have a new project. I'll give you a bit better look shortly when we get to the roadhouse. But yeah, pretty happy. As I showed you before, did a little bit of footage of putting it on the, well, dragging it out of its resting spot on the forklift. See a lot of YouTubers using forklifts to move their cars around, so I feel like a proper YouTuber now. And see you shortly. Welcome back. It's the next day. We got the old girl home safe and sound. Yeah. Anyways, let's go for a bit of a walk around, shall we? Have a look at it. So this is my 1963 TC Triumph, or Triumph TC 2000. It's got a full stainless exhaust. Unfortunately, using the forklift, we've broken the exhaust mounts and we snapped the handbrake cable. and it's hard to tell, but the exhaust is a stainless steel, and it'll actually polish up really, really nice. It's quite clean, fairly new looking. The handbrake cable was pretty good too. There it is, hanging on the ground. It was still, wasn't rusty. Anyways, this is what I call a proper barn find. This was sitting in under someone's house for the last 32 years. Now, we may need a new tyre or two, actually 4. But check out these hubcaps. Triumph. These things are going to polish up sweet, in my opinion. It's got a cool little rear light on it. The rear window's pretty cool too. Now this car hasn't got a scrap of rust anywhere on it. You know, you got a bit of surface rust or patina here and there, but everything is spotless on this car, like I said, and it's really, really dry. It's been, you know, again, another wheel. The forklift wasn't too kind to the car, unfortunately, but so far they're the only couple of things that need doing. A little bit of surface rust on the bonnet. She's a pretty cool looking car, and it sits really, really low right now, which is cool. So first things first, I promised Dad so it's been off the road for 32 years. Hasn't been started in probably about that long. I promised Dad that I'll do the Will It Run with him. So we're just going to tidy it up. It's full of junk at the moment. We'll tidy it up, we'll go over it, we'll have a look at it. The interior is absolutely immaculate. I'll show you in a minute. It comes with an absolute car load of spare parts, as well as other potential junk. Anyways, I'm just going to put this down for a second and unlock the car and give you a bit more of a tour. Now all the locks and everything will work. It's currently locked at the moment. Just flick that down. Find the little key. Oops. There we go. Now it's unlocked. How cool is that? Now this is a 63. This is a 63 model car. Have a look at that carpet. It doesn't stink of mold or anything. It's dry as dry. There's no mold on the carpet. There's a little bit of mold in other parts of the car, but the car doesn't stink of mold or anything. Look at that. Clean as a whistle. You know, it obviously needs detailing. It's super dusty. Don't know how well that shows up on the camera. You can't really see the dust or anything either on the roof and that, but I don't even think I need to paint this car. I think it'll come up really, really nice with just the polish and that, just quietly. But you know, it is dusty a bit in the boot, don't get me wrong. This carpet is literally like brand new. Now, it says it's got 51 miles on it. I would tend to believe it, for those of you playing in America. The carpet isn't even, like, nothing is literally worn on the car. Oh, 1 second. And for the driver's side door. You know, the dash has got a little bit of cracking and stuff on it, but hey, look at that. No WD-40, nothing. That's just insane. Now let's have a look at the interior. Again, the carpet needs a good clean, don't get me wrong. But Look at those floors, spotless. You know, everything needs a good clean from dust. You know, the steering wheel is a little bit rough. This is a 1963 model car though, honestly. Look at this. Look at the wood grain. Look at the door cards. Everything's immaculate. Look at the bloody roof. No rips in the headliner. And I got this car for an absolute steal. Unbelievable. Look at this seat. Sure, it needs some leather restoration. No rips, nothing. This seat's like almost brand new from the factory, to be honest with you. It's not though. It's as old as the car probably. We reckon the tyres are as old as the car too. Bonnet pop, listen to this. Like new. Doesn't need oil or anything. Check out this back seat. I mean, look, it's dusty, don't get me wrong. These things in the back, they crack usually. They've spent too much time in the sun, whatever. It's dusty, but it's not cracked. Look at this back seat. Super plush, super soft. A fold down centre bit. Oh, look at that. That feels like new. Yeah. It's insane. You know, there's a lot of crap in this car though. Some of the wood's starting to peel off a little bit, but I mean, hardly anything at all. Look under the seat cover. The back carpet. You know, I'll obviously go through the car a bit better once I've given it a good detail, but even comes with this visor thing, which is apparently rare as hen's teeth. Set of speakers in the back. I wonder if the stereo works. Got spare starter motors and all sorts of fun stuff. Right, that's it for the interior for now anyways. I'll go over it a bit better once we've given it a good clean. Then yeah, then we go under the hood. The old slide action. Click it in. Love how they fold open like that. Now we're working with a 2-litre 6-cylinder engine with twin carburetors, or carbies as we call them in Australia. We shorten everything. Now I got in this thing last night just to see if it had any pedals. Both brake and accelerator pedals seem to be functioning. There's even pressure on the brake pedal, so that's insane for a car that's been sitting for 31 years. And if in case you're wondering how long exactly it's been, it was last on the road 1991 in Queensland. So that gives you a pretty good indication. Got a plastic battery box. We're currently missing the positive terminal, which I'm hoping is somewhere in all that junk. He said he wasn't sure where it was, but worst comes to worst, we'll buy a new battery cable for it. As far as I can tell, the engine, everything in the engine bay seems to be complete. I love these glass, sort of like fuel filter / fuel pumps. They're so cool. I want to clean that up and get it all clear looking, you know. It probably just, yeah, look, it just needs a bit of a dust off. Look at that. It's actually quite clear. I wonder how good the fuel is in that. That's not even varnish. That's weird. Has he put fresh fuel in it recently, I wonder? Got an overflow bottle. So yeah, can't wait to put a battery in this thing and see what works and what doesn't work. The overflow bottle's cactus, apparently it won't screw down. Let's have a look in here. Yep, she's dry. Anyways, this is a bit of a teaser because we're not gonna try and start it today. But what about the oil? Very dry up top, but there's no reason it shouldn't turn over. Like I said, it's been sitting under a house for God knows how long. There's no water would have got into this thing. Where's the dipstick? There it is. Is that it? That oil is quite clear. I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, it smells good too, jeez. It smells like brand new oil. That's very, very interesting. So we got what looks like fresh fuel in the fuel filter. I haven't smelt it, but I've seen old fuel, and trust me, it doesn't look like that. It goes browny, blacky, like, you know, really dark and gluggy, and that filter looks clean. And this could be fun. Look at how big that oil thing is. The filter, that's huge. I don't know if you can see. There's my hand. It's pretty massive. So this is going to be very interesting. So well, to me it is anyways. Alright, let's get these wheels off and get some new ones on, shall we? Get the first wheel off. Now it's interesting. Brakes are quite, like, you know, a little bit rusty. 3 spins, but I don't know how well you can see it. There's still quite a bit of pad on there. At least half to 3/4 of a centimetre. There's that in there. So on that side, they're not completely bald. Back to bare metal, and the lines are still quite good. I don't know if I'd trust them, but they're not severely rusted out or anything. That one looks a little bit rusty. There's something else hanging down here. That might not be good for business. Yeah, that might be not really good for business. It looks like a brake line or a fuel line maybe. I think the fuel line's in the car, so it's probably a fuel line. Anyways, I think the transmission's leaking too. There's a drip of oil coming off it. But anyways, pretty happy. The you know, ball joints are somewhat questionable, I guess. Might have to have the tie rod in, sorry. Well, and ball joint, whatever. What are these like? Yeah, a little bit questionable. We got, what's this here? That's interesting, whatever that is. It's hanging off something. Yeah, anyways. Fun. That's what you expect with a proper project, though. You're going to have to replace some things. Alright, let's get the passenger wheel off. Sorry, driver's side wheel off. This radio is nice, though. Still looks pretty new. And the fan, I guess that's aftermarket. I don't know if they come out with electric fans on them. I doubt they would have. They might have. The British were, the Triumphs in general were fairly, they like to make them as modern as possible. I'm not even recording. Oh, yep, disregard. So, unfortunately, we're not getting tyres today. my tyre place is ordering them in, and I won't get here till probably Tuesday or Wednesday next week. So, and it's Friday today, so is what it is. If we decide to get it started and going on the weekend or whatever, early next week, we won't be unfortunately able to test it, see if it drives. Well, I suppose we could jack it up and just let it, drive or whatever. But it's not going to stop us. I'm going to clear everything out of the car and sort through the junk and the treasure and put two piles together and come back and show you what we found, and then show you the condition of the rest of the interior and start detailing it and cleaning it. So fun. So in the first box so far, found all these treasures. We got rubbers, look like they're for brake master cylinder or something maybe. Still quite good, like brand new. There's four what do you call these, the steel outer rim things, some headlight businesses or whatever. Not sure what this is. It looks like an old sort of jack or something maybe, I would assume. We got spare starter. The Bendix is looking a little rusty, but we might be able to fix this up and clean it up if the other one didn't work. So that's a good find. Extension cord. More of these bushings. So boxes and boxes of them. Don't know why we need so many, but anyways, they're the same. What else we got here? And bolts for something. Extension cord. Yeah. More of those rubber things. Ooh, an old belt, fan belt. It's never been used, but I feel like it'd be a bit questionable. I don't know if I'd want to put that on the car, especially if it's been sitting for 30 odd years. I'm no expert at those things, that I don't necessarily want it to snap. So there's a pull cord of some sort. A long string on the end of it, don't know what that's for. Some more bolts and stuff in here. Well, so the first box is, so far it looks like treasure. So what else did we find? There's a whole bunch of different lights, and it's like a blinking safety light, little old one. Plug it into your cigarette lighter, and I guess if you break down the side of the road you can warn cars and stuff. There's the battery box top for the battery cover box in the car, I guess. I found another jack, and what do you call that, the tyre iron and bits and pieces. Found a funnel, another dipstick, spare dipstick. Got a tow ball, pretty cool. Also got a spare tyre cover, but unfortunately no spare tyre, so might have to look into that. Anyways, so she's now somewhat empty, apart from a few leaves and bits and pieces. But it's a pretty deep, pretty interesting looking boot, isn't it? We got under here. You know, there's a hole there, obviously, that's supposed to be there. But otherwise the hole there is supposed to be there, I guess. But otherwise, you know, it's solid as a bloody rock. Very interesting, very nice. And under here, also pretty good. Oops. I don't know if you guys find all this interesting, but I love exploring old cars and checking them out, seeing the structure and whatnot. Anyways, that's a pretty big boot. You could definitely fit a person in there, or a couple. Not that we do that kind of thing or anything, but you know. And yeah, like it just, like it's brand new. It's oil in it. The mechanisms are just unbelievable, perfect. Alright, let's clear it off the back seat and have a look at that, shall we? And see what's in the back of the car. We've cleared the back. We've got some kind of display thing up here. I don't know what that's about. Another various gauges. Someone liked their electronics. But check me out. I'm the epitome of British, what do you call it, royalty and what have you. Look at me in my fancy blue seats with my armrest. You know what I'm saying? These seats are nice, so nice. I mean, they're dusty, so don't get me wrong. I'm going to come back and videotape when I clean them up. But yeah, you get the idea. Again, floors are pretty damn good and solid underneath. Where the winder's there, but the window still winds up and down. It's just sort of cracked off on the edge there. But yeah, not bad. Little, yep, got cigarette butts in it. On this side, let's close the door. Door opens again. Pretty cool. How nice are they going to clean up? And they're so soft. Like if you've ever had it sit in an old car that's been baking in the sun for all its life, you jump in one of these cars and this cracks under your bum. It's hard as a rock. This is soft and plush as hell, like it just come out of the factory. It's insane, you know. And that's beautiful too. Like I've really got a good score here. There should be another. This is fallen off. This is So there's another. That's pretty cool. There's another what do you call it? Brake light for the back window. I'm not sure how it sits on. The back window's a bit loose too. But it's a really cool car. And the that wood grain's gonna like clean up, polish up really nicely once I get the dust off it. And you know, this leather too. Once I clean it up, get those few little spots on it off it. And it doesn't smell. What's this floor like? Pretty good. Hard as a rock. I'll pull this up a bit better later and have a look maybe. Or just leave it as it is. I'm gonna see how the carpet comes up, but I'm pretty confident that it's gonna come up pretty damn nice. So we've done half the driver's side so far. Yeah, I'll finish the passenger side and we'll have a bit better look at the front. But little dome light in the roof. Got leather straps that you hang off on either side of the car. And they fold down and they've got a spring in them. They bounce back up again. So cool. Now this is what tickles my fancy a lot. Original Triumph 2000 Triumph 2000 workshop manual. Look at that baby. Full of very important stuff. This manual's worth a great deal as far as I'm concerned. I'll put that up in there. But yeah, very nice find. And anyways, righto. Front's all cleaned out. Again, another basically perfect leather seat apart from dust. And this center console. Pretty cool. So whatever this was an unfinished project because it's all down there on the floor. And I've got absolutely no idea what it does and how it works and blah blah blah. I'm probably not going to mess with it. I'll probably just remove it from the car eventually. But yeah, in there 51,000 I think it says. I don't know if you can read it. It's underneath the what's it called? Anyways, speedo, whatever. Yeah, pretty cool looking dash, all wood grain. This is a bit messed up. I tried to fix it, but it's not fixing just yet. I've got the there we go. Got the glove box in a box out there, which I'll have to remount at some point after I clean all this up, whatever this is. Yeah, some tuning thing. Maybe it's a brake controller. I don't know. Because it looks like it's been dodgily set up for towing and what have you. It's a bit of an interesting stereo system. There's a speaker under the seat here. It's interesting if any of this stuff works. I haven't looked under the seats yet actually, but yeah, floor's pretty good. But you can't really see under the seats; they're too low. Old school belts, seat belts. They all seem to be still pretty decent. Don't know how more we'd trust them, whether we put new belts in it or not. But they're not frayed. They still retract, which is pretty cool. So yeah, done what we can for now. My vacuum cleaner probably won't reach out here, so probably just hand clean it for now and vacuum it out later maybe. Or just leave it as it is until we get tyres back on it. So at this point, it's scorching hot for a winter's day and whatever else. I can't really vacuum it at this stage, and I was hoping to get it in the shed where I can work on it a bit better out of the heat. We're probably going to leave it for now. We might come back and wash it this afternoon. But yeah, I've already recorded 30 plus minutes for this video. Don't want to make it too big. So on the next episode, we'll probably wash it and get it running, start detailing it, whatnot. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this content. Please subscribe and follow along if you want to see more on the Triumph or even the Beetle. I'm going to be trying to bring more old school content. Bit over working on new cars just quietly. And she's just basically a storage spot at the moment. I want to finish her ASAP. So I'm not really trying to work on the newer cars. You know, obviously there's always stuff that needs to be done. For the rest of the afternoon I might be doing a gearbox oil change on the on the Chrysler. I'm just sorting out all this mess too. I found one of these. Well, it's got a sun visor. There's a few more fuel lines and stuff. They're all blown out. They seemed like they're in good condition, so probably going to reuse them. And we had Dad and I had a really good day yesterday getting the car, and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. We've also found another car up there that I desperately want to buy. So when I get a few more dollars together, I'll be going back to get that. It's in Brisbane, but for the price and the condition, it's just a no-brainer. It's also my favourite car, the old Ford Escort. No spot of rust in it. You know, it's missing a few things here and there, but they're so easy to find parts for these days. Anyways, to be continued.